Welcome to another episode of Unlocking the Mind Behind Make More, Work Less. Hi, my name is Fong. I'm an entrepreneur, business strategist, real estate investor, speaker, and also a best-selling author. And every single day, I help others unlock the potentials and guide them to succeed. Today on Unlocking the Mind, we talk about another cognitive bias, and that's so that we can better understand how our minds work, how we could do better decision making, or negotiate better, build better relationships, or sometimes prevent ourselves from falling into cognitive traps. So for today's theme on cognitive bias, the topic is going to be the illusion of control. Sometimes we feel like we have control over everything. We have this over positive, overconfident feel that we got it under control. We got this. We can do this. We can make sure that this is going to come out the right way. However, that could be actually an illusion of control. Now, tell me if this sounds familiar. Your favorite baseball team or your favorite hockey team or your favorite basketball team is in the finals. And you go, you know what? The last time they won, I was wearing this shirt, I was sitting in this spot, and I was eating this food, and I was also running in the morning. So you do all that, and you go, you know what? I've done all that. They're gonna win. And I'm assuming you can kind of exactly think about that exact moment when you did that before, or you can actually think of somebody else doing that exact same thing. And that is the illusion of control, which is basically the tendency for people to overestimate their ability to control events or situations. Or when somebody actually feels that they have a sense of control over something that they have absolutely no control or no influence on the results. And basically that's how people think of when it comes to sports and doing those superstition and different events and how they go, you know what, I can tell it's going to win. Now, another scenario where this happens is in gambling, in craps or in slots, when people go, okay, I can predict the next number. I'm going to gamble all this money on there. I can predict that the next spin is going to be this combination. I'm going to put more money into it. So it comes down to they have this illusion of control where they're going to actually win or where they're actually going to be able to predict a certain number. And the thing is, some people who actually win, they go, wow, I won, it worked. And now they feel that they have the hot hand and they can predict the next and the next and the next scenario. So it's also a hot hand fallacy as well. And the thing is, it actually just comes down to luck. If you actually were able to predict it, you were just lucky. It just by happen chance that it came up the same thing as what you predicted. Now, the thing is, this actually happens in business, it happens in personal lives, it happens in relationships, and it happens all the time. So for instance, in business, where you go, you know what? I believe that I have the best product, I have the best service, and everybody's going to come and buy it. And you totally believe that you have control, that everybody's going to buy your product, they're going to come to your services. However, if you don't go and test it, if you don't go ask for second opinions, if you don't go and have a focus group or whatever it is to make sure that there actually is a market out there, then you have an illusion of control, of an illusion that it's going to work. Now, you can also take this as to put this to your advantage as well. For instance, if you're going through a negotiation, what you want to do is give your counterpart the illusion that they have control. You give them the illusion that they're going towards an answer or a solution that they came up with themselves. But the fact is, you already kind of predicted it, and you kind of guide them towards that solution that you want them to go towards. So that is an illusion control of them. They feel that they have control and they feel that they are going to come up with a solution all on their own. And therefore, they're more susceptible to that answer. But in reality, you basically kind of guide them along towards that solution that you actually want them to go to. And that's just with a series of questions, with a series of conversations, or just a series of body gestures or feelings, and how do you get that person to think a certain way. Now, the thing is, as parents, lots of parents actually do this to their kids. They ask certain questions, hoping eventually that their child will come up with the same answer, and their child's all like, oh, I got it, I came up with the answer all by myself. They would then have the illusion of control, whereas the parents basically guide them along. Now, with regards to weight loss, sometimes we feel that, you know what, if we keep on doing this, we're going to lose a whole bunch of weight, or we're going to gain that six pack. But in reality, if we don't take that plan and go and ask somebody else who has done it or been able to be successful in it, then we don't have any feedback. We don't know if we're actually going to be in control of our results. So the thing is, we always have to have those goal sets. We always have to go back and kind of revisit what we actually wanted to do. So how do we kind of overcome this? How do we avoid this certain cognitive bias if in fact it's a negative towards us? And that is to challenge our beliefs, challenge what we believe we have control over. Do we actually in fact have control over the outcome of what we think? Or should we actually take what we think and then pass it on to somebody else and go, hey, what do you think? And ask somebody else, what do you think? And get that collaboration with other people so that you have more and more brain power, you have more and more feedback as to whether or not you are actually on the right path. The other way of doing it is also to kind of revisit your thought process, revisit your progress to make sure you are in fact going towards the results that you kind of predicted, that you kind of thought that you had control over. So that's how you kind of go against it and how you can prevent yourself from falling into that trap. Because like in reality, our minds want to recreate certain things, certain scenarios that we believe worked out in the first place, but it may or may not be able to happen again in the second place because it was just pure luck. So that is the illusion of control, and that is how we can actually control it ourselves or find other people to help us control it, or find other people to help support us in the things that we believe we have control over. And also how we could apply it into a business scenario of a negotiation or a partnership as well. So that is the illusion control. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you did, please go back and look at some of the other episodes on unlocking the mind, and also like, share, and subscribe. We also have the Peak Potential Success Show, the Mastermind Bites, the Make More Mind Bites that you can follow every week as well. So please, again, like, subscribe, and I thank you for all your support, and I love seeing your comments. Until next time, today is the day to unlock your potential. We'll see you later.